Hey, partner. What's that?
Hey! Pretty sure there's a raid going down.
What do you mean, pretty sure? You know something about it?
Yeah, I was in the car, man. I see they grabbed this chick just right up the street, man, you know, and they start these numbers, so I jumped.
Get in the back.
Yeah, but was it necessary? Was it necessary, York?
Hiya, Pop.
Yeah, but was it necessary?
Hey, boss, how you doing?
Okay. You're awfully late.
Yeah, I know.
Did you really kill a man this afternoon? They said on the news. Come on, Pop, what happened?
Yeah, but was it necessary?
What happened?
That's the key word, York, necessary.
Look, I see a possible dead woman, a definite rape victim, and the guy who did it, he's about to disappear forever. I get out, I chase him, I'm about to lose him, so I shoot him.
Then you intended to kill him?
Yes. And that's one rapist ain't no judge gonna kick back on the street. He's gone for good.
Is that what was in your mind when you dropped the hammer? Is that what you were thinking?
Look, you think I get some kind of kick out of this?
This makes 4 altogether, doesn't it? 4 bodies in the ground in what? 12 years. When in doubt, shoot it out. That the way it goes?
Hey, come off it, Holt. Okay, it was 4, but they were all righteous shootings.
Yeah. Well, the first 3 were anyway.
Woody, what are you telling him? What are you telling him?
He hasn't told me nothing yet.
Let's not get into that. Not now.
I'm sorry, baby. I know you must feel rotten.
So hello.
So hello yourself.
The captain took me off the street. Put me on loan to DHQ. They made me an investigator. Without the pay, of course. But anyway, I'll still be an investigator.
That's wonderful.
I said I was on loan, remember? It won't be so wonderful if I get booted off the force.
Yeah, at least you're off the streets.
Yeah, baby. Look at me. I'm a cop, remember?
As if I could forget.
Well, you keep right on trying to, though, don't you?
I think I better go put Todd to bed.
Hey, Todd's 11 years old. He doesn't need putting to bed. You know, one day we're going to sit down and have an intelligent conversation about this.
Every day, people are killing one another in those streets. You see it on TV. You can't even go to the movies anymore. And you want an intelligent conversation on it?
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
You shot and killed a man today. He could have killed you.
Yeah, and I got some pretty strong feelings about that.
Look. Killing sickens me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't even want to think about it.
You're going to pretend it doesn't even happen.
You won't even give me that, for God's sake.
got a slot open, Scotty. You lost a man yesterday, right? Van Tassel.
So give me a qualified man.
What's wrong with York?
Ah, come on, York is a cowboy. Ah, don't look at me like that.
Like what? Like you were only half a cowboy? You'll never live it down, Scotty.
All right, I get your point.
Of course, it's just possible he's got a chip on his shoulder. So what of it? We're not married to him. He's young. He's got a college degree. If he screws up, let him find another way to make a living.
Don't waste any time around here, do we, boys?
That the replacement?
That's the replacement, all right. Van Tassel keeps still warm.
Yeah, it's going to get hotter. That dude smoked the rapist yesterday, did you hear?
At least he's a moving body. We need all we can get around here.
Think you can cut it out there?
I'm sure going to try.
That may not be so easy.
I don't know I'd read from my report, Lieutenant, but I'm no cowboy. I'm a motivated cop, and I think I do good work.
I want you to know that when the captain told me about your transfer, I hollered like a stuck pig. And he reminded me that I once had something of a reputation myself. Besides, you've got enough people chewing on you. So I thought you'd like to know. The captain thinks you'll make a fine investigator.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
On the other hand, of course, if you jump bad, the axe is going to fall. As for myself, I'm pig-headed, narrow-minded, and tend to jump to conclusions. So when you do make a mistake, then you'll make enough, believe me. Don't let it get back to me. I don't need the troubles I've got.
Hello, Detective Eaton.
Van Tassel's squad, right?
Hello.
Oh, that's Van Tassel. I see this area over here? Huh?
Right.
That's you. Anybody shows up in that area, any homicide, go down there, investigate, bring back the killer Thursday.
Hairy-looking suspect.
Shoot. This is Officer York. He got Van Tassel like.
You drink?
A little.
A little. Never survive with a little around here.
And these are the case folders, or the work folders, what we call the great unsolved. You get so that you hate this case. This bunch is all your caseload. I think there's about 29 of them.
29?
Now, you're going to have to hustle here.
Yeah, you told me that. Right. When?
Eaton. Victoria T. Investigator 2. Lieutenant thinks he's a pretty good one.
He's demented.
Van Tassel's old partner, as a matter of fact.
Oh. Were you the responding officer?
He doesn't like cops.
Kind of looks like a cop hater, don't you?
See, there's this guy with the jag, and then there's the guy with the robe. Them she likes. The cops, who needs them, she says.
Cops I can see all day. Why should I take one home with me? Okay, I'll be right there.
Hey, go get him, Pegger.
Eaton, what are you doing?
Got another body, Lieutenant.
You see that face over there?
Where?
The one with nothing written on it. The name is York. Take it with you. Well, you heard me. Split.
Say thank you.
In case you weren't told, keep your hands in your pockets. If you touch something, you might be destroying evidence.
Yes, sir.
We got the call at 9:16 from Mrs. Harrow there. RA-12 gave her a sedative, I think. And her husband's in St. Louis. That don't help things either.
Gather she found the victim.
Victims, plural. Pair of Mexicans. The male was shot through the temple, and the female doesn't look like she'll make it either. They're working on her right now over at County. The other one's in the kitchen.
Got an ID?
Right, it's Nogales. First name Jose. Looks to be 25, 28 years old, maybe.
Okay, thank you, Sergeant.
All right, you want to set up a command post?
For this, no. Just see if you can dig up a phone I could use. Then go up and down the street, both sides, and around the block. See if there's an alley. Maybe someone heard something. Ask about delivery trucks, transients, anyone that was in the area. Oh, and start your partner reporting license numbers. I'll need them within a 4-block radius, okay?
Right. Oh, Mrs. Harrow says there's some money missing from a drawer in the kitchen, some jewelry from upstairs, and some other stuff.
Okay, thanks.
Powder burns on his temple. I bet they made him kneel, too.
You know what we have here, don't you?
Yeah, an execution.
He's been with us almost 2 years now. He's my houseman.
Jose Nogales. Nice-looking kid, too.
What about the female, Mrs. Harrow?
What do you mean, female? We're not talking about dogs and cats.
I didn't mean any disrespect, Mrs. Harrow.
Her name is Carmenita Madrona. She's so young.
You mentioned another maid, an Olive Levita?
She was my housemaid for about a week. I fired her.
Why?
Because she was a slob. Besides, she stole everything she laid her hands on. And Carmenita took her place, and it was like day and night.
This is Investigator Eaton. I got a DB, probable homicide. Male, Latin. Looks about 25 to 28. 1 gunshot wound. I'll need a unit. Thanks. That was the coroner. You notify the criminalist photos and latent prints.
You sure you need me?
Olive Levita, huh? She come back to get even? That what this is all about?
Mrs. Harrow said she showed today with her boyfriend.
Boyfriend? Has she got a name?
Not yet, but we can't miss with this description. White, unsavory looking, curly hair.
Oh, him.
He had his jacket over his arm, held in an unnatural manner, she said, in that it completely covered his hand.
What'd he do, hold a gun on her? Very observant woman.
Well, it was just a passing thing. She was on her way out of the house, had her mind on shopping.
And we left those 2 donkeys standing there?
No. Olive lost a ring and wanted to look for it in her old room. The, 2 victims were here, so it's not like she left them alone in the house.
How about it, Lieutenant? I got a green light.
Well, I suppose a motivated cop is as good as anything. You willing to hold his hand if the going gets rough?
I guess so.
Okay, York. Bring me the culprit.
He shot her in the mouth, you know.
Yes, we know.
Bullet hadn't hit her hand first.
Look, Doc, we just want to drop her name on her. If she dies before we get a chance to talk to her, whoever did this thing is going to get away with it.
She's been traced. You know what that means?
Dr. Graham.
She can't talk.
Please. Dr. Graham. Dr. Graham. Admitting death, please. Dr. Graham. Excuse me, sir. Carmenita? Olive Levita. Do you know her? Was she there? Did she do the shooting? Was it a man, then? Was it her boyfriend? Do you know him? Do you know his name?
Carmenita, if it means anything to you, we'll even the score for you. Damned execution. I want that dude.
Cool it, cowboy. You're not a street cop now. Mrs. Nogales?
Yeah, I know.
See, we'd like to speak to you.
No, not right now.
I'm from the police department, and this is Investigator Woodrow York.
This is my wedding anniversary, and I don't know where my husband is.
We're here about your husband.
Mrs. Nogales, Jose won't be coming home.
Why? Where is he?
He was shot this morning, shot and killed.
Hey, York. Cool it.
You saw that look on her face. What's the matter? Didn't that bother you? And how about that kid lying there in the hospital with that thing in her throat? She's a wetback, ain't got no green card. Well, they stuck her in the charity ward. Terrific. Come on, I got things to do.
Okay, you go ahead with your investigation. Chew up half the city. See how far you get. You're in no condition to interview people, York. You're ready to eat them alive. Is that any way to get answers?
One heck of a first day. Is it always like this?
No. Sometimes it involves little kids, helpless old ladies, maybe both.
Not like this.
Yes, of course. What did you expect?
I don't know.
This is homicide, street cop. Homicide. We get families and victims and very few criminals.
I don't know if I like it.
Suit yourself. If you can't stand the heat...
Go ahead, say it.
Then I guess you're in the same leaky boat with the rest of us.
Well, you finally said something, lady.
Look, it's past quitting time. Buy you a drink, officer?
You sure you want to have a drink? With me, I mean.
Why not? You're handy.
I don't know. Maybe Scotty was right. Says we're both outlaws.
That's because we get things done in spite of the department, not because of it.
Oh, so it's a department you don't like. I thought it was cops.
Where'd you get that?
I don't know, shoot, flagrant. Somebody say you don't like cops.
How could I not like cops and still be one?
You did say you wouldn't take one home.
Yeah, well, that's true. Much as I love the game, I have to get away from it.
The game?
Of course. The bad guys against the good guys. That's what it is, York, a game.
After what we went through today, you can still call it a game.
Okay, I wasn't talking about the victims. It's everything that follows. It's all stacked in favor of the bad guys, those poor, beleaguered crooks with all their rights. The whole thing. The bail, the lawyers, the plea bargaining. Still, we all have to have an escape, and mine is avoid cops.
Oh, yeah. The dude with the Rolls Royce. What was that other thing?
Jaguar. Helps me keep my sanity. He's as hollow as a tennis ball. They both are, really. But it's a change from what we do.
I mean, what do you talk about? What do you have in common?
A profound desire to be superficial.
Talk about your work.
No, I can't. But then that was the whole idea in the first place. There are times when I really need to. You start to lay a little street action on the tennis ball, and all you get is the corporate point of view. I tell you, they're from another planet.
So what do you do with it? Where do you put it all?
Oh, it accumulates. Let's call it a day, huh?
Isn't suspects, York. I don't see any suspects in custody.
No, you don't, sir.
Thought you were going to hustle.
Good morning.
Good morning, darling.
Some guy named Julian called. I want you to call him something about dinner at 8.
Oh, terrific.
Is that the Jag or the Road?
None of your business.
The coroner's posting at 10.
Take him along, Aiton. He likes autopsies.
Business before pleasure.
All units on all frequencies stand by. 7L40 in pursuit of a 211 suspect. 7L40, what is your location?
7L40 northbound on Larchmont, 1400 block. Shots are still being fired.
Can't be more than a mile from us.
All units on all frequencies. Forget it, cowboy. We're on our way to an autopsy, and you don't miss an autopsy.
I wouldn't think of it.
Do you have a description of the vehicle?
7L40, a yellow Lincoln, now turning west on Beverly. 6843. We'll assist. 6847 is rolling also. 7040. We have just turned southbound on Olive.
Hey, they're coming right at us.
Be advised, there are hostages in the car.
Hey, there they are.
Oh, good grief.
This is 2X14 southbound on Olive. We're in visual contact with the suspect's car and it's taking over pursuit.
You just had to do that, didn't you, hot dog?
2X14 still southbound on Olive. Suspects appear to have a handgun and a sawed-off shotgun.
Me with this lousy 2-inch. What I wouldn't give for a shotgun.
You're all right, Eden. You know that?
I dumped it.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I can't eat. Bring me a martini. Make it a double.
I won't.
Alcohol's a depressant, right?
What's the matter? You haven't come down yet?
I'm not a hard old street cop like you.
Hey, was that your first shooting?
Killing, you mean?
Still pretty sure you dumped him, huh?
I know I did.
Oh, I hope so. I've got all the bodies I can use.
What'd you get into it for?
What's the difference? Shooting team thought we were saints.
Yeah, well, what was the count? 12 officers involved? They didn't need us, Woody.
Come on, Miss Lady. I've never seen anyone as turned on as you were.
What?
Right smack dab in the middle of the pursuit. He was yelling for a shotgun.
Guilty. Oh, my goodness.
Charlie, I got your report.
You walked in here the other day and piously stated you were no cowboy.
Sir, it was a righteous shooting.
How long were you with the shooting team?
6 hours.
That's all time lost from your caseload. And the damage to the car, we have to pay for that, you realize. That's money that could go to more important things, like overtime.
All right, I see that now. But what would you have done, Lieutenant?
I would have said to myself, we cannot afford this chase. And I would have gone to the autopsy.
I guess I see your point now.
But you bloody well better. You can't afford even a righteous shooting.
Hey, pictures and everything.
Oh, no, you don't, boss.
You never tell me anything.
Is that so?
Well, yeah.
Okay, come on over here. All right. Now, what we have here is a killer. Not really a killer, an executioner. I mean, the minute I walked in there, I knew it.
Knew what, Pop?
What are you telling him?
What does it sound like?
Isn't he a bit young?
Look, boss, why don't you go upstairs? I'll see you in a minute. Huh?
Okay.
Look, Bev, he won't be young forever. It's about time we knocked off the fairy tales, don't you think?
Woody, I don't want him exposed to that.
Look, the kid asked about my work. He's curious, naturally. He wants to know.
I don't like it.
That's it. It's you, it's not him. You don't like it. You don't want to know. All I want is an adult relationship with him.
I just don't want him exposed to things like that.
Things like what? Life?
Good morning.
Good morning. Bev, this is Investigator Eden. Eden, this is my wife, Beverly.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
It's almost 7.
Be with you in a minute.
Is that your new partner?
Maybe. Nothing's definite yet.
The hangdog look of a married man.
Eden, don't ever get married.
Guess what we do now?
I'd say go look for Olive Levita.
Good for you. We start at square one.
Yes, Olive Levita. Here's a photo and a list of her references.
Is this a recent picture? Does she look like this now?
I don't know. I didn't handle the interview.
Same phony address she gave Mrs. Harrow. Do you know if there was a man with her, Caucasian, about 35, curly hair?
As I say, I didn't handle the interview.
Do you know who did?
It's signed Barbara, but she's no longer here. And of course, we're not the only agency in town.
Would it be all right if we took this and had a copy made and gave it back to you?
Sure.
That face looks familiar. Let me check the files.
What's the matter? You late for a robbery or something? Relax. Phony names, phony addresses, we're chasing phantoms. There are better ways to spend all that energy, you know.
Here we go. Same identical photograph, but the name's not Levita. It's Switzer, Olive Switzer.
Switzer? Now, where'd that come from?
Says there she's married. Was there a man with her?
I didn't see one.
Have you placed her?
Yes, once. She's not what we call a hot prospect.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
No mystery about it, is there? Olive set the joint up and her boyfriend knocked it off. Question is, what broke the pattern? What turned the Harrow thing into a strong-arm job?
I don't know. Maybe it was the way she got fired.
And what's new about that?
I said the way she got fired. Maybe this time she took it personal.
All right. Where is she?
We keep drawing blanks.
I think you've taken this thing far enough. Let's not waste any more time on it.
You want us to drop it?
We're running on guesswork here. We've got a victim in the hospital, right? She going to live?
Yeah.
Okay, then when she's well enough, she'll tell us the whole story, won't she?
Lieutenant, in the meantime, we got this psychotic freak on the loose.
Time is what's precious here, York. We buy it with the taxpayers' money, and they are not generous. So we try to make good use of what we have.
Oh.
Well, I'm off to the local watering hole.
You know?
Yeah.
Be on time in the morning, will you, and take your beeper home with you?
Tonight. You crazy? Tonight's the party.
What party?
The robbery homicide party.
Robbery table's way down that end, dum-dum.
Got a patty chick named Olive Levita down there. Anybody interested?
Are you kidding?
No. I busted on a little old 415, and she's out there spilling her guts about a shooting.
I don't know. She don't look all that much like her pictures.
Well, she says her name is Levita. Huh? Okay, suit yourself. I don't care.
No. Let's talk to her anyway. Your boyfriend.
That's right.
Now, wait a minute. You're telling me you stood right there and watched the killing? You saw your boyfriend pull the trigger on Nogales?
So, no. I was eating at the time. I mean, who wants to watch when you're eating? But, yeah. He did it all right.
And the girl. He shot the girl.
Who? Oh, Carmenita? No way. He chickened out. I had to take care of her.
You shot the girl?
Sure.
I better read her rights.
Why? This is voluntary.
Look, miss, we're going to have to change the charge to murder. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure. Why, don't you think I know how to confess?
Want to get a steno?
Yeah, Fee?
Yeah.
Where's Fee?
Finny! Come back. I need you.
Come back.
Why? I got a date.
Oh, you could be late. Hey, where you been? We got one, partner.
Oh, goody. One what?
closing the Gallus file.
No kidding.
Olive Levita just dropped right in our laps.
Fantastic.
Come on,
Well?
Where's my suspect? Hey, Fryman, where's my suspect?
How should I know?
Hey, man, I left it with you.
It was your suspect, York. What'd you do with her?
Come on, man, I left the suspect in your custody.
This is a police station, York. How far could you get? Yeah, I'm gonna keep him running just like that.
Give it up right here.
Look, I set that thing up.
What's the matter? All right, hold it, fellas. Thanks. Boys and girls, I set it up. I am the general.
Why, you don't think I know how to confess?
All right, then, let's go. Come on. Investigating your Sergeant Bandini. Divisional body.
You're pretty good, Mandy.
Oh, I've had a little practice.
I thought you were wise up speaker up there, Yorkie.
She kept throwing you hickey clues left and right. We couldn't believe it was that far.
I tell you what, I'm buying. I'll tell you about a street car.
Oh, right.
Hey.
Oh, no, you don't.
Okay.
The box.
Hey. What are you, wise guy or something? You, come on.
You look at them slobs, they can't even walk.
Oh, yeah, right, rubber legs. You drank them right under the table.
Who you calling rubber legs, Al?
Thanks for the
You can't
drink.
even navigate.
I don't have to navigate.
I'll take you home.
Hey, hold it. You're in no condition to drive. I'll drive.
No, that's the problem. I gotta go home.
Not if you call a cab.
No. First, we have a cup of coffee, and then I'll take you home.
Super.
Hey, I know you don't.
Hey, who's putting the key on?
Not me, cowboy.
Boy, are we in trouble. How did we do that?
Oh, I don't know, partner. You sort it out. I could have some coffee.
Tell you what kind of guy I am. I'll make the coffee. You realize?
On second thought, why don't we cooperate? I think it's going to take the two of us just to boil the water.
I got a question.
What?
What am I doing here?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you said you thought the cafe was tacky and...
Yeah, but what am I doing here?
Making coffee.
Yeah, that's right. So where is it?
Huh?
Coffee.
Already? Oh, wow, that's great.
No, I mean, where is the coffee?
Oh, it's... Excuse me. It's in here. Uh-oh. Nope.
They can only see us now.
Who?
Oh, our colleagues and friends at the department. I think we're really driving them crazy.
Eat your heart out, people.
Tell you what, let's show them. Let's get it on. Put it there, partner.
What'd you call me?
Partner. You got a better idea?
Huh.
You know, you could really tell a lady lives here.
Good guess.
Now, this doesn't belong here. I know you didn't buy this. Who bought it for you, the Jag or the Rose?
You know, you may make a detective after all.
That's what it is.
What is it?
These are my keys. We tried to come in with my keys. These are your keys.
No. These are my keys. Those are your keys.
Well, who cares? We got in, didn't we?
Yeah. Sure worth going out there again.
I take it you mean Mrs. Earl.
Uh-huh. She remembered a couple of things. The suspect's vehicle is purple with a white stripe and sparklies on it.
And?
A van, she said. You're not entirely thrilled.
Should I be?
Well, anyway, there's one more thing, and this is a goodie. When Olive was working there, one of the pipes broke, and she said, I'll get my boyfriend to fix it.
Did he?
No, he never showed. But one could conclude, could one not, that he's in the business. Hey, York, that's what we call a lead, something to follow up on. I thought you were hot to nail this turkey.
Follow up how? Call every plumber in town and say, hey, we're looking for this guy. We don't know his name. We don't even know what he looks like. But do you by any chance know where he is?
Wow, are you in a mood this morning?
Oh, ignore it. What did you have in mind, Amy?
Play the long shot. Run the list. Call the personnel departments and see if a guy named Switzer works there.
I guess. Vicky. Look.
Something to do with last night?
Yes. Vicky, it was a mistake.
Would you care for another opinion?
Anyway, you know what we're up against.
That didn't bother you last night.
I'll tell you about last night. I loved it, okay? But this morning, I looked at my son, I looked at my wife, and I just can't handle it. The time to stop is now, don't you think?
Well, now you know what I meant by a bad risk. However, we're all adults around here, so you can forget that hangdog look. You know how I feel about it.
One other thing.
The earth's about to open up and swallow me.
I still think we make a pretty good team.
Oh, that's marvelous. Really marvelous.
What do you think?
If I told you, I'd no longer be a lady. Of course, I did say we were all adults around here, didn't I? With one possible exception. Lord, what do you want of me?
A partner.
That's beautiful. I love it. Okay, friend. We give it a shot.
I better go get tied up.
Well, I have something I want to say to you. Look, the last few months have been rotten. I mean, for the both of us. And I certainly haven't made it any easier.
Yeah, I know. It's not entirely your fault, you know. I've been kind of down on you, too, you know.
Yeah, we've been giving it back and forth to one another like a cold.
Yeah.
And that's stupid. So why don't we knock it off? Why don't we go out to dinner tonight and start acting like we love one another?
You mean just the two of us?
Yeah. They give Todd a chance to watch all the television he wants.
Oh, I know where I want to go.
I tell you what, we'll get all dressed up. We'll go out to dinner, then we'll go boogie after.
Yeah. Oh. That's terrific.
Hi, how you doing? Oops, messages. Oh,
What's happening, brother? Is the black chicks good enough for you?
I'm not in the way here, am I, guys?
No, you're not.
Okay. Let's go clean the place out.
Who's that? Oh, it's you. What are you doing here?
You must be Vincent, right? You're supposed to be off tonight, aren't you, Vincent?
Quite obviously, I'm not. I suggest that you get out of here now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Vincent. Maybe you can help us out, since you're here anyway. This is the right guy, isn't it? Knows where everything is. Now, come on, Vincent. Come on down here. You can help us out.
We're going.
What are we doing? Sorry.
Trying to speak some French on there. Yes. Si, si. Muchas gracias.
Très bien, bien, très bien.
Oh, adios to you, too. Here's to my favorite lady.
Woodrow Edison York.
Yes.
I want to ask you something. You really think I'm a drag, don't you?
I don't know why you say that.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to show you something different tonight. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to kick up my heels. Because I got you in my custody tonight.
You got a deal. You know what started this whole thing?
I haven't the vaguest idea.
Watching you fixing breakfast this morning. You know it's been 13 years, lady. 13 years of good things. Oh, that's stupid. That ain't what I'm trying to say. Belle, there's a tenderness in you, a generosity that I just love. I come home from work sometimes after a shaky day, and I just stomp all over that kindness in you. You know, I see the hurt look in your eyes, and, oh, I've been drinking too much wine. You know what I'm trying to say.
I love you.
I could say it any better. I do wish you'd listen to me sometime now.
Don't, Kenny.
What, do you want it to show up in court, an identifier? Get in. Get in.
Waiter, can we get 2 more cognacs and 2 more mousses? 2 plural for mousse.
Hey, that. Corn.
Sayonara.
What, are you sure we can afford this?
Entirely irrelevant.
Good. Because you know what I want to do? I want to go to one of those nightclubs way on top of the world where you look down on the entire city.
Well, you better be in shape, lady, because I'm going to dance your legs off.
Yeah?
And I'm going to take you home.
Oh, Woody, don't be doing that.
No, not tonight.
Woody, don't answer it. Pretend you didn't hear it.
I got you, babe.
Just this time.
I'm sorry.
That damn department still comes first, doesn't it?
Bev, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, Slowpoke, get you out of bed?
Yeah, dig these pajamas. What do we got here?
Deceased male Caucasian, early 60s, 2 gunshot wounds, once through and through. Well dressed, but he's clean. No ID, no cash, no anything. I think we got a witness, though. Mr. Cooks?
Mr. Cooks. You saw this whole thing happen?
Well, I didn't see all that much, actually. What I did was I heard the shot, and then I seen the second one. I seen, you know, the flash, and then some dude come splitting out and took off in one of them vans. It kind of glittered. You know those fancy paint jobs you see around town?
Yeah.
You know how it glitters off the streetlights? It was purple.
Olive's boyfriend got a purple van.
Did it do good?
You did good, Mr. Cooks.
Good, Pop.
Thank you, Mr. Cooks. This is Investigator Eaton. We had a homicide last night. Attended the post and recovered a slug. We need you to pick it up for
You find that dame yet, that friend of yours?
Good friend.
Levita.
John?
Olive Levita.
Okay, girl, don't rub it.
John Doe, case
Oh, put
number
up.
77-1266.
I was investigating a 459 over in Hancock Park. I
No
think the cop's
showcases,
name.
but I got some
Levita.
close proof
Olive Levita.
Yeah, sure.
Here's the report. House got knocked over last night. Silver service, a lot of gems, some cash. They seem to know where everything was. You only suspect the houseman on account of he's disappeared. But I say no. He's got no record and all the stuff is still there. Then I remembered that somebody's setting these big houses up. So I ran a check of ex-employees. Out comes Levita.
How's this for the houseman? Male Caucasian, early 60s, 5'11", 160 pounds, graying hair, brown eyes.
Very possible.
Whose house is it?
Name is Macy.
Oh, you better get him here. We just attended the post.
He'll be over in about 10 minutes. Got a picture you can show?
Basin profile.
Poor Vincent. I feel so awful suspecting him when all the time
Oh, that's perfectly natural, Mrs. Macy. Perfectly understandable you think that.
he was so dedicated.
Excuse me. York, you better come with me. Plumber's assistant, named Switzer. Well, here he is. In all his glory. Kenneth Lucan Switzer. I don't think I believe this. Arrested for bookmaking, pimping, burglary, GTA robbery, convicted of second-degree murder in 1966, manslaughter in 1971. He just got out. Just got out, parole both times.
Okay. Let's go see if he's good for it.
Carmenita, this may not be the man who shot you, but if he is, do you think you could look at this photograph and identify him for us?
Okay.
You sure? You're absolutely sure?
That's enough. You know a better way to do it. Cover the side. Watch that window.
What's he done now?
Who are you?
I'm his father. Call your dogs off. Come on in, look around, but he ain't here. What's wrong with you folks anyway? You do him like that?
Check it out.
All the time they're sending that fool right back out into the world again. What's the matter with you folks anyway? Yeah, that's my son I'm talking about, my own son. He ain't no good to nobody. Kill him with my own hands if I could. You don't believe that?
You know where he is now, Mrs. Switzer.
I know where he was. He went and killed somebody else again. Damn his hide anyways.
You know where he was, but you don't know where he is now.
No, they come by 2-3 days back, he and that slut of his, that Olive, what's her name, had this great big old U-Haul truck with his van in the back. You know what they come by here for? Money. I gave him the back of my hand. That's what he got from me.
Any idea what direction they headed in?
What's the difference? You ain't gonna bust him, mister. Not for keeps. Ain't nobody gonna get him ever. Seems like in this world, you're bad enough. You just get away with anything.
Hey, relax, will you?
I'm just a street cop. I'm not used to this.
Yeah, well, here is no big deal. We lose a suspect every day.
Well, there's something wrong. There's definitely something wrong.
Hey, York, what's with you?
Nothing. This place just bugs.
Yeah, I know. We got a felony warrant out on the van. There's nothing else we can do, is there?
Yeah, well, they ought to be. Lousy recycle ex-con walking around on the street.
Around here, you learn to live with it. Hey, college man, you got so much energy. Jump all over these.
He's good for it, Vicky. We got a conviction right in our hands.
Yeah, he's good for it. Sooner or later, he'll show up.
Yeah, out of our jurisdiction.
So what? Around here, you learn to sit on it, cowboy.
And you sit on it.
We're already been grounded, cowboy. Don't push it with me.
You're the one doing the pushing, Flagler. Why don't you say what's on your mind?
You know what? It's that word cowboy. He don't like it much. That's right.
What are you bucking for now, York? Division stallion?
Oh, good grief. Let me go. Come on. Hang on. Keep moving. Get me out. Jerry, that's what. Hey. Stay there. Get off of me.
Good thing the captain wasn't around. We'd be convening a trial board right now.
Lieutenant, I know he jumped bad, but we've been riding him pretty hard. I think he took it the wrong way. I don't know, maybe I pushed him too hard.
Go home, Flagler. You're through for the day.
Yes, sir.
If anybody asks, I chewed you out royally, understand?
Right, sir.
Did you have to hit the senior man on the floor? What's the matter with you, anyway?
No excuses, sir.
You better pull yourself together, mister. I'm here to tell you Flagler is no redneck. Oh, don't look so surprised. We're none of us naive around here. I don't understand what your relationship with Vicky is off duty, and I don't want to know. And I certainly can't tell you what you do with your family life. But you are a married man, and your conduct is supposed to be exemplary. So why don't you pull yourself together, York?
Look, Lieutenant, everything is cool between Vicky and me, all right?
Don't give me that now. They're picked up on something out there.
Hey, maybe they're seeing things. Or maybe they're just looking a little too hard. Then again, maybe it's none of their business.
Just don't make it my business.
I said everything was cool with Vicky and I.
Fine. But understand this. If anything else gets back to me, anything, I'll have to deal with it. And when I do, you won't have much of a future in this department. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How's your OT?
I think it's about 82 hours.
It's too much overtime. Go home and burn some of it off. I mean a good chunk, like 3 days.
Lieutenant, would it make any difference if I was a white cop?
Don't you ever lay that on me again. Understand? Never.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks
What did I do?
for not going fishing. You stuck around.
Oh, that's no big deal.
No, usually you take off, you go off to yourself when you have a little time off.
Hell no.
I just wanted you to know that I know you.
What's a husband for anyway? Morning.
Hey, here comes round number 2.
Watch it dry. I'm full of starch today.
Yeah, you're full of something, all right.
Right there, we'll do.
Huh? Well, what do you say, street fighter?
Listen, Flagler, I was stupid, man. I had something eating at me, and I took it out on you, and I'm sorry.
I'm essentially a lazy man. Holding a grudge is a lot of hard work, ain't it, you? Want some coffee, kid?
Thank you, man.
Hi. Here. While you were enjoying your holiday, that came in from ballistics.
Sergeant Costello, please. You're a homicide. Hey, what's the holdup? Where's my report? What's happening? No match at all? Not even a gun type? Give me something, Costello. I need evidence. Yeah, I know. Well, he's done it again.
What are you talking about?
Switzer, he's gotten away with it again. Vincent Macy's house, man, well, it was a lousy bullet. Even the lambs and grooves are gone.
Well, we knew that at the post. Saw it come out of his spine.
Well, at least I thought we'd get a gun type. Anything to connect him with the killing. You know what ballistics told me? Forget it. That doesn't bother you?
Sure, it bothers me.
Hey, what's with us? I don't know.
Well, I know.
Okay, what's happening?
I could kick myself.
Why?
Because I don't like it. You spend 3 whole days with your wife, and I don't like it. And it's stupid, and I mean it. I could kick myself.
Don't.
Give it to me straight, York. I need to know. I'm going to have to transfer out of here or something. I can't handle this.
Thing is, I can't stop thinking about you. That's right, Vicky. No matter what I do, there you are.
Wow. Could have fooled me. You're fantastic. With an act like that, you ought to be a narc.
Look, I've got a marriage to think about. 13 years. And a son. I can't live on a shuttle like this.
Do you believe us? Do you believe it? Standing around here talking like 2 old maids. No, if we're stuck with each other, let's really be stuck. Let's go with it.
You know what you're asking? I mean, we got enough problems.
You mean if the department gets into it?
The department is into it.
Oh, yeah, they're into it, but not like we're into it. Hey, I'm human. I got problems just staying together. Something's got to happen.
Yeah, I guess that's what it comes down to.
Oh, that's great, lover. You make it sound like a disease.
I didn't mean it like that. It's just that this whole thing got me climbing the walls. No matter what I do, I can't stop thinking about you.
Well, then the day's not a total loss, is it? Done something really stupid.
I'm a charter member in that club.
Me. Of all people.
I got a phone call this morning regarding one of our investigators. Eaton. Victoria T.
What kind of call?
Black man cop, white woman cop, obviously keeping company. The general idea being, we don't want our kids exposed to that. Oh, boy. Just be thankful it came to me. If Internal Affairs got it, we'd really be in the soup.
Who was it?
What do you think? She came in here and signed a name? I don't want this going any higher, understand me? Keep it in the family. I know. It stinks. But handle it, Scotty. Firmly. Like it or not, it's got to be stopped.
What do you think we do? Run around the neighborhood with a neon sign or something?
Yeah! And it spells adultery. Okay, I warned you. I told you if it happened again, I'd have to act. You go to the captain, give me a piece in your badge.
What?
You drew a 5-day suspension.
5 days?
Well, you're damn lucky I held it down to that. Look, whoever made that call went to a lot of trouble to find out who she is and where she worked. Next time, they might call the headhunters. You want Internal Affairs in on this? They'd nail you to the wall. For unlawful sex, conduct unbecoming, and who knows what. So knock it off. I'm telling you flat out, I don't want to hear any more about her.
Look, if somebody got to complain, why don't they face me with it?
What are you talking about?
Who says somebody went to a lot of trouble? How do I know it ain't nobody out there in the squad bay?
Get it through your head, York. You're the problem, not them.
What?
I'm on your side, you idiot. Stop throwing me roadblocks.
You just dumped 5 days on me.
And you ought to be grateful.
Grateful?
Yeah, would you rather be facing a trial board? Or worse, the unemployment line? Big surprise, huh? What's the matter with you? You know the department. You know how it thinks. You know your position within it. Look, forget about the others. Look what you're doing to yourself. Is it worth it?
You understand the situation. He was yanked off the street and transferred in here. We're stuck with him. I could have you assigned to the boondocks. You'd see each other anyway. And that we cannot have. Out. Out! So, what about it, Eden? You wanted this assignment. I brought you in here. Okay, you got it. You are an investigator.
Yes, sir.
I told you there were old-timers out there and upstairs, especially upstairs. They didn't want a woman in the first place, but I had a bet on you. How could you lose your head like that?
It's pretty easy.
Well, it's going to cost you. This is going into your jacket.
Yes, sir.
I don't want you involved with York. Not in any way. And don't give me any of that stuff about your rights. Now beat it!
Hey, Doc, you too?
No. Bullet says I should stick around. Somebody has to clear the cases.
You going to go back in there?
Hey, if you're worried about the talk, don't be. I can handle it. We knew what we were getting into. That's what we get for being cops.
Who are you kidding? One of us is the wrong color, Vicky. That's the real problem.
Well, that's the way the world's put together, partner, and we're stuck with it.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe we ought to cool it for a while, huh?
What am I going to tell Bev?
Try the truth.
That's the problem.
It's about your new partner, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you love her?
It's not one of those things, Bev. It's just something that happened. I don't know. We spent a lot of time together on the job.
I know you can talk to her, right? Well, of course you can talk to her. You lived through it with her. I can't compete with that.
You could.
Where do you tell her about it? In bed?
Hey, come on, Bev.
Look, Woody. Don't expect me to be meek and humble and understanding because it's humiliating and it hurts. And I don't like it.
I don't like it any more than you do.
Oh, yes, you do. I think you like it just fine. It gives you a chance to unload all that guilt.
Well, you know where it started, huh? Every time I try to talk to you, you slam the door in my face.
Maybe I can't help it.
And maybe you just don't give a damn.
How could you say a thing like that?
Look, Bev, be honest. This whole thing couldn't have started without the two of us.
No, it took three. You don't mind, and I do mind. I mind very much. I mean, look what you chose, for God's sake. You're not even the right color.
If there was an anesthetic for a thing like this, I'd use it, but there's not.
What difference does it make? I think you better spend the night someplace else. Not that you don't have a place.
Okay. Well, I always said one day we'll sit down and have an intelligent conversation. Maybe now we will.
Woody, would you just go? Would you just leave me alone, please?
The crazy thing is, I still love you.
Damn you, Woody!
Switzer. Holy cats, this is Switzer.
Kenneth Lucan Switzer.
Come on, Scotty. What is it going to cost the city to send us up there to get him?
Are you certain it is him?
If the word of the San Francisco Police Department is worth anything.
Yeah, he checked into the Lido Motel on Lombard Street. Has his lady with him, too.
And the warrants on their way.
That's all I wanted to hear. Go get him.
York, there's a gentleman over here.
Investigator York?
Yes.
Woodrow Edison York?
That's right. What can I do for you?
I'm required to place this in your hands personally. Thank you.
What's the matter? Somebody suing you?
Give Bev for divorce. We got a plane to catch.
Been behaving yourself lately, haven't you, Switzer? Since you dropped those 3 back home.
I'm a law-abiding citizen, ma'am. I don't know what you're talking about.
Law-abiding. Yeah, well, we are well aware of that. Read your rap sheet. Your father doesn't think much of you, though, does he?
He doesn't understand.
Ah, that's the cause of it all, huh? Misunderstood child.
Come on, Switzer. We don't need your act.
Yes, sir. Anything you say, sir.
Look, Switzer, I didn't come up here to play around with you. I want some hard answers, so come off it.
Or what, sir?
We are not here to intimidate you, Kenneth. When we say you have been behaving yourself recently, we mean that you haven't killed anyone lately. Sergeant Gould here found the gun in your motel. It had 4 spent shells in it.
Who'd you shoot first, Switzer, huh? Jose Nogales, the girl? Then 2 for Vincent, right? Right?
I have no knowledge of any gun.
What about the spent shells, Kenny? Who fired the gun?
I wouldn't know, ma'am.
Hey, is this how you work those 2 paroles with this actor? Look, Kenny, I've got a strong interest in this case. Have you noticed I have a strong interest? Have you noticed I have a strong interest?
Yes, sir.
For instance, Jose Nogales, did you know you executed him on his first wedding anniversary? Huh? Did you know his wife was pregnant? Does that bother you in any way?
Look, I've paid my debt to society. The fact that I've got a record, I think that you're letting that prejudice you.
Look, Kenny, I don't want to tax that little pea brain of yours, but think back. Carmenita Madrona, the one you shot in the mouth?
Shot in the mouth? I mean, someone got shot in the mouth?
Yeah, well, you see, Switzer, she put her hands up. You know, tried to protect herself. Deflected the bullet. She's alive, buddy. Didn't know that, did you? You said you're such a great citizen. Well, I think she'll get it across to the jury just how good you really are.
Your attention, please. Flight.
All of you know they're reinstating the death penalty in this state. Yeah. Drop a little green pill in the accident. I'm gonna be there, front and center. And your boyfriend, he's gonna be there too. With or without your act, baby, you're gonna die for what you did. But you know the girl's gonna live, Olive. That's right, she's alive. Gonna tell it all to the jury. I'll be seeing you in the gas chamber. I dropped the pill myself, said let me.
Hey, cooler, will you? You're beginning to get to me.
I mean, all these books, Todd should have all of them.
All the china, the silver, the stereo.
This is ridiculous, man. I got everything I need over at the apartment. You take it all.
We have to make a settlement, a fair settlement, cash settlement, would it?
I mean, are you sure this is the way you want it? No second thoughts at all? I mean, right from the first night I told you.
Sure, I've had second thoughts. I was scared to death. Woody, let me tell you something. I didn't think I could live without you. I had myself so boxed in, I was paranoid. But now that it's happened, it's okay.
What do you mean?
I've learned that I'm an attractive woman, and people are interested in me for myself. Not because you're my husband, not because I'm a part of a family, but because of me. But you know, it took me 13 years of marriage to know that. I'm an individual. I am somebody. Yeah, people notice me now. Men look at me.
You always have.
Well, it's funny. I never noticed that before. But it feels good. It's nice to be noticed. I like being somebody.
Look, Bev, I wouldn't have done this to you for the world. Look at me now. You see what I've done.
Let me tell you about it. I've had some nights I didn't even think I'd get through. And don't think that I'm grateful to you for making me hurt like that. But I'm going to live. I will survive. I might even grow up a little bit in the process. Look, Woody, I say this in all kindness. I didn't think I could live without you. Now I know I can. And look, don't feel guilty. Hey, in the long run, it could be the best thing that ever happened to me, don't you think?
Okay, what's the matter?
I don't know. But whatever it is, don't take it out on me. I don't like it.
Okay, I guess I'm sorry.
Well, thanks a lot.
Hey, I said I was sorry.
You said you guess.
Vicky.
No, not right now, okay? You were abusing me.
Look, Vicky, there's such a thing as feeling, you know.
You call that feeling?
Hey, how can we be so far out of whack? I mean, I thought we were really... I guess I thought wrong.
Hey, I'm sorry. Now I'm being abusive.
Vicky, what's the matter, huh? What's wrong with you?
You really don't have any idea. You don't know what you said to that woman, how it sounded?
What woman?
Olive Levita.
What are you, a social worker or something?
You could blow this case. Yeah, you could. If you make it a vendetta. You don't know the first thing about juries. And if they get wind of this, which they could, you could be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, what is this anyway?
They could smell it on you, for God's sake, I can.
Smell what?
What's happening to you, Woody? What's going wrong?
What's happening to me? Vicky, that little creep, she stood there and watched her boyfriend execute 2 human beings, stuck the gun right in Carmenita's face and pulled the trigger. For all I know, that's how she gets her kick. So I get a little abusive. So what?
So don't take it out on me.
Now, there's a switch. I mean, you're supposed to be the hard case around here. I mean, you got all the lectures about the game and how impossible it is to play and roll with the punches and all that. So now I'm the one that's abusive?
I know what I feel, Woody.
Come on, huh? Come on, look. I'm sorry. Huh? I'm sorry I jumped up.
It wasn't your fault. You didn't mean to.
Come on, you look at me. What kind of face is that?
It's the only one I got.
Look, Vicky, this is not the end of the world. So we got a few problems. We can work them out, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Well, isn't that worth a smile? Half a smile. Would I kid that lady?
See, according to the APB, we got a 187 suspect, armed and dangerous.
Objection. That's an assumption on the part of the witness.
To what do you refer, Mr. Switzer?
Well, to the fact, the alleged fact that I was armed and dangerous.
Objection noted, Mr. Switzer. Will you please sit down?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
You may continue.
I discussed it with my partner. If we knock and announce what a reply might be 3-4 rounds right through the door.
Objection. That's a slur on my character.
Mr. Satakoy, will you control your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, anyway, we decided to hit it. I hit the door.
Was there a no-knock endorsement on the warrant?
Well, we didn't actually have the warrants, but we knew they were on the way.
With the no-knock endorsement?
Well, no, not that we were aware of.
Mr. Cabrillo, were you aware of the action of these officers?
Yes, Your Honor. It was stated in the defense motion.
Then how can you waste the people's time with this? Don't you understand an entry like that aborts everything?
Certainly not everything, Your Honor.
Yes, everything. These people have been apprehended in an unlawful manner. They are being detained illegally.
What?
You, officer. Another display of discontent like that, and I'll have you in chambers.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have examined my conscience very fully in this matter, and I cannot find a single redeeming factor. I have no choice but to hold with the defense motion. I want this man released. I want both defendants released.
Exception, Your Honor.
I want no more interruptions. Do you understand? If you decide this case warrants full compliance with the law, Mr. Cabrillo, You're going to have to apprehend the suspects in a manner which is both professional and fully cognizant of the rights of the individuals involved.
Exception. Your Honor, is the court in any way aware?
I am well aware of your attitude, Mr. Cabrillo. Another word, and I'll have you for contempt and in jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me take him in now.
Who, Switzer?
Yeah.
No. Let him go.
Let him go.
Let them both go. York, you heard what went on in there. Let's not goof it up by rearresting them now. They're going to think it's some kind of personal vendetta.
Hey, that's just what it's going to be if we don't detain him right here and now. Now, come on, Cabrillo. Let me get a warrant. I'll make it stick.
Look, let me research it. I'll find a way to refile it later.
Later? How much later? After he's slaughtered Carmenita? I mean, how many people are we going to allow him to kill to protect his rights?
York, think about it. You grab him now, and it's going to come out at the trial. Anything can stroke a jury's mind. The defense will be in there saying, you see, they wouldn't let him get another inch.
Full majesty of the law, right? Besides, you're not going anywhere, are you, Switzer? Look, I know what I'm talking about. But you know he's right. I gotta stick around. 'Cause you and me got a date.
Forget you, sucker. You ain't even got the guts to shoot me in the back.
You know, that's a thought.
What'd he say to you, Woody? What did he say?
No, that dirt, what's the difference?
Let it go. Please, just let it go. He's not worth it.
Isn't it?
Those threats aren't carried out. It's never happened, Woody, not once in this division. Not in all the years I've been here.
But it's not me, it's Carmenita. He's going to kill her, Scotty. He's got to.
Well, then tell
got
the
to kill her,
deputy
Scotty.
DA his witness needs protection. If he wants to foot the bill, he'll get something up.
He says forget it. Cabrillo says forget it.
Well, then your only recourse is to submit an additional patrol request. Have the uniform guy stop by and take a look.
I've done that. It's not enough, Scotty. We got to put a surveillance on that.
How do I justify that? Has he openly threatened her? Do you have a witness? Now, forget it, Woody. Nothing's going to happen.
Suppose he confronts me in an alley with a gun. Then what am I?
Now, you see, that's what's been nagging me. If you're looking for an excuse to blow up this suspect, Woody, you're going to find it. And I won't be able to help you there. That'll be the end of it.
All right. So with all due respect to the department, if a week from now, a month from now, Carmenita shows up dead, you'll all know I played it by the rules. All the time when I was a kid. I guess I never got out of the habit of drifting back up here time to time. You know, thinking about things. Even brought Bev up here on our first date. Sorry.
You know, no matter how you slice it, I come out second. And that's lousy.
Now, where'd that come from?
Oh, lots of places. The look on a man's face when he's handed his divorce papers. Or when he's in San Francisco with a guy named Switzer and he's trying to eat him alive. On the plane back, Olive got it. That night it was my turn. Don't I get an argument? For once in my life, I want an argument and I don't get one. How about that? It's a hell of a view, all right. A marvelous view. You can see everything up here. You might think about Flagler. The two of you'd make a pretty good team. Oh, for God's sake, would he say something?
I would if you made sense. What's going on here anyway?
It's over, York. We lost him.
Just like that?
Damn right, just like that. What do you think I'm made of?
Whatever it is, it's something special, lady.
Not special enough, right? still don't get that argument. Let's get out of here.
Look, Vic.
Don't!
Bev has 13 years on me, pal, and all that goes with it.
Who can fight that? You might as well admit it. You know it's true.
I guess.
See? It's not so tough when you get right down to it. First 100 words are the hardest, I guess.
Don't let it get you down, kid. Homicide's always a little crazy. Just gotta learn to roll with the punches around here, that's all.
Well, there's only one step left. Legalize crime. Some of the guys are kidding about it, but I don't know.
Legalize crime, huh?
Yeah. The courts would love it. It's true, Your Honor. I committed murder. But this guy violated my rights. He caught me. Is it true, York, that you actually catch this man? Yes, Your Honor. The gun was smoking in his hand. I see. Well, that's going to cost you 10 years, Officer York. There'll be a chorus of Switzers in the background laughing.
Well,
what's the bad news here? Not bad.
How much do I owe?
No, this is on me. It was my idea. Who's a rookie around here anyway?
Hey, thanks a lot. I really enjoyed it.
Put that down. Oh, my God. Let's get inside. Come on. Okay, relax, huh?
What are you, crazy?
Yeah. It's gonna be okay.
Did I get him?
Yeah, you got him. They're finished. No, it's not too bad. Let me get it over. X-14 requested an ambulance at the 1600 block of Tuscan. Shots have been fired. We got 3 men down.
Hold it right there, sucker.
Switzer, 14 Roger. All units on the officer needs help. 1600 West Tuscan. 2 out of 13 handle the call. Code 3. Repeat, officer needs help. 1600 West Tuscan.
How's Flagler?
Caught it pretty bad, Lieutenant.
Was he gonna live or what?
Well, he's in intensive care, sir, but they say he's going to pull through all right.
Dr. Curtis. Dr. Curtis. Please call 104.
Is she off?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Lieutenant. This is my wife, Bev, my son, Todd.
How you do?
How do you do?
Tom, is it?
Todd.
Todd, how are you, Todd?
Hi.
Well, you gonna live?
Yes, sir.
What'd the bullet do? Bounce off your skull?
As a matter of fact, it did.
Don't suppose that surprises me, do you?
It surprises me.
You goaded that man into a vendetta, didn't you?
I didn't have to.
What am I gonna do with you, York?
Nothing. Lieutenant, you need one cowboy around just to get things done.
Well, we talk about it. Nice to have met you.
Nice to have met you.
I don't know how you put up with it.
Dr. Escobar, admitting desk, please. Well, hi. Who's minding the store?
You sure you want to go in there?
Very.
Listen, Vicky. I always kind of leaned over backwards to treat you like
any ordinary cop. I know, and I appreciate it.
No, I think that now maybe it was a mistake. You took an awful beating, and I halfway think that maybe it was my fault.
Hey, it's okay. My eyes were open.
Well, I still worry about you.
Dr. Granville, please don't.
I don't even know what I'm saying. But you are one righteous cop. Damn it, I'm gonna miss you. A lot.
Oh, Scotty. You old softy. You made my day. Dr. Callahan. Dr. Callahan. Call 125 West. Dr. Callahan. Hey, York, I hear you're gonna live.
So they tell me.
Well, I think that's a crying shame. But at least I won't have to put up with you anymore. I'm transferring out of the division.
Up where?
To the valley. That's where all the Jaguar dealers are. See you around, cowboy. Goodbye, Mrs. York. Dr. Bard.
So, when you coming home, Pop?
Oh, yeah, horses, boss. I still got a headache. That's over, Ben.